All right, let's just jump straight in, no fluff. Morgan, you're the certified chart wizard, the CMT level 3 Don. We're talking multi-asset risk controls.
Mhm.
Sounds dead boring, mate. Sounds like something you'd, I don't know, read in a compliance manual?
Yeah.
What's the actual, street level alpha here?
The alpha is not getting your face ripped off, Chris.
Okay.
It's about having a plan for when your precious meme coins decide to do a minus 90% speed run.
Right.
It's about making sure your entire net worth doesn't just evaporate because you thought owning, 10 different JPEGs was diversification.
Oi, leave my JPEGs out of it. But look, in crypto, everyone knows the score.
Yeah?
When Bitcoin dumps, the alts get absolutely rinsed.
Mhm.
Correlation goes to 1. Shrug, it's just the law of the jungle.
See, that's my exact point. You think that's just a crypto thing, but it's not.
Oh yeah?
In a real system-wide panic, think March 2020,
Okay.
everything gets sold.
Right.
Stocks, corporate bonds, oil, even gold took a hit.
Wow.
Your so-called diversification vanishes the second you actually need it. That's why you need to control for that risk before it happens.
So what's the first tool for the job? I hear you lot in TradFi talking about VAR all the time.
Yeah, VAR.
Value at risk. Break it down.
So VAR is the entry-level gear. It asks a simple question.
Okay.
Based on history, what's the most I can expect to lose on 19 out of 20 days?
Right.
It puts a number on your normal bad day. It's useful, but it's what it doesn't tell you that's the killer.
In crypto, RVAR is the liquidation price alert from Binance.
Right. But VAR is meant to be the warning light before the engine blows.
Mm.
The real pro tool is CVAR, conditional value at risk.
Another bloody acronym. Is this one actually any good?
It's the only one that matters in a crisis. Look, let me use an analogy you'll get.
Go on.
VAR is like your mate telling you, don't worry, this project has a 99% chance of not rugging.
Okay.
CVAR asks, okay, but for that 1% chance that it does rug, how much do we actually lose? Everything or just half?
Ah, right.
It measures the average loss in the absolute worst-case scenarios.
Okay.
It's the God mode disaster calculator.
Right. So you're properly measuring the game over moments. I can
Yes.
respect that.
Exactly.
So once you've measured the danger, how do you control it? Just buy some boomer stocks?
Not just that. You need
Okay.
a proper framework.
Okay.
The pros use something called the risk control risk asset model.
Sounds like a tactics board for a football team. Attack and defense.
That's exactly what it is. You split your entire portfolio into 2 squads.
Right.
First, you've got your risk assets. That's your attacking lineup. Your S&P 500 ETFs, tech stocks, Chris's crypto bags. Their job is to score goals and generate returns.
Mm-hmm.
They also carry about 97% of the portfolio's entire risk.
And the other squad, my defenders?
Your risk control assets, the back 4 and the keeper.
Okay.
Traditionally, this is high-quality government bonds.
Right.
Their job isn't to score.
No.
Their job is to sit back and make sure you don't get hammered on the counterattack.
Yeah.
When your risk assets are getting smashed, these are supposed to hold the line.
My defenders are bonds. Incredulous. Mate, did you see what happened to bonds last year?
I did.
They got relegated. They were scoring own goals.
Yep.
My defense was a liability.
And that's the million-dollar insight right there.
Mm.
It proves that these relationships aren't permanent.
Mm-hmm.
For a decade, bonds were the perfect defender.
Yeah.
Then a macro regime change, inflation, came and broke the model completely.
Wow.
It forces you, as a risk manager, to constantly ask, in the world we live in today, what is a true risk control asset?
A fat stack of USDC sitting in a Gnosis safe?
You're laughing, but that's the right question to ask.
Right.
Does it have counterparty risk? Yes. Regulatory risk? Massive.
Huge.
But is it uncorrelated to the S&P 500? Also yes.
True.
The framework makes you think properly about the job of each asset, offense or defense.
Okay, I get it. Have your squads, but that's a static formation.
Right.
Let's get to the galaxy brain stuff. You were talking about changing the whole strategy on the fly.
Now we're at CMT level 3.
Okay.
Tactical asset allocation based on macro regimes.
Okay.
Instead of a fixed 4-4-2 formation, you're an active manager changing your team's entire style of playing depending on the state of the economy.
What, you mean like risk on, risk off?
It's the science behind it. You use data to identify 4 economic regimes or seasons.
Okay.
You've got recovery, spring, expansion, summer, slowdown, autumn, and contraction, winter.
And you play differently in each season.
Precisely. In expansion, summer, the economy's booming.
Right.
You go max risk on, all-out attack, overweight equities and credit. In slowdown, autumn, things are looking a bit peaky, growth is decelerating. That's when you start subbing off an attacker for a defender.
Okay.
You trim stocks, you buy those boring government bonds. In a full-blown contraction, winter, you park the bus. Max defense.
Right.
Capital preservation is the only game in town.
And how do you know what season it is without looking at a calendar? You got a crystal ball?
No, you've got data. It's a rules-based system.
Ah.
You look at forward-looking indicators, stuff like the ISM Manufacturing Index, yield curves, credit spreads.
Right.
These things give you a clue about where the economy's headed in the next 3 to 6 months.
Ah, okay.
When the data flashes a slowdown signal, the model tells you to de-risk. It takes the gut feeling, the emotion, I reckon it's gonna dump out of it.
Okay, it's clever, but is it practical for the average bloke?
It is.
I'm not running a multi-billion-dollar fund from my flat in Hackney.
Encouraging, the principle is 100% practical.
Yeah?
You don't need a Bloomberg terminal.
Right.
You can follow 1 or 2 big indicators that are freely available.
Okay.
When a key indicator is strong and rising, you feel confident in your riskier bets.
Right.
When it's high but has been falling for 3 months straight, that's your signal.
Ah, okay.
Maybe it's time to take some profit off the table and stick it in something that acts as a better defender.
Got it.
It's about being aware of the environment you're playing in.
So, to boil it all down for the lads in the chat group, first, know that everything can and will crash together.
Yes.
Second, use a proper metric like CVAR to respect what a true disaster looks like. Third, split your assets into an attack squad and a defense squad.
Yep.
And fourth, if you're really trying to level up, learn to read the economic weather to know when to play attacking football and when to park the bus.
You've got it. That's the journey, from a hopeful punter to a calculated risk manager.
All right, that's enough big brain stuff for one day. My head's spinning. If you want to talk more about this or just have a laugh about Morgan's boomer charts and tell him why he should be all in on dog coins, join the chat group. The link's down below. And listen, if you found this useful, do us a solid and sign up to a CEX with our ref link to say thanks. It costs you literally nothing, and it keeps the lights on. Hop in the group. We're in there all day having a laugh. Now, we'll leave you with the question to chew on. In the world we live in right now, with sticky inflation and geopolitical madness, what asset is your ultimate risk control defender, and why are you so sure it won't score an own goal?